Tim Emmons works as an LPN at a Rochester group home. The idea for Divelife hit Emmons while he was escorting a group of special needs kids to a lakeside camp and thought, what if we could get these kids into the water?
I had the opportunity to take some of the people that I take care of, up to a camp up in northern Minnesota, and it was called Camp Confidence, and they were doing a bunch of different activities and stuff, and I just thought, while we were there at the beach one day, I said, why couldn't these guys do some scuba diving or something like that? So as I did some research, I found out that it's actually being done all around the world, and that it's just becoming more and more mainstream for multiple reasons.
6 years later, Emmons' dream has been realized. His hope is to enrich the lives of those with disabilities through scuba diving.
The whole organization's to help support children, adults, and veterans with disabilities in scuba diving. So our goal is to basically bring people with disabilities and able-bodied people together. So often you see that people don't know how to interact, and this is just a great sport because when we're in the water, we're all divers. We all wear adaptive equipment. Nobody's meant to be underwater, but the water's very forgiving. The environment, you're weightless like an astronaut.
Recently, Divelife hosted a dive event at the Jules Gurnis Pool at St. Mary's University. There were 3 participants, including Pete Vanderwerf and Iraq War veteran Steve Wendling. Vanderwerf was left paralyzed following a car accident 15 years ago. For him, it was a chance to do something different and to get back into the water.
When I grew up, I was on the swim team and stuff like that, so something I kind of would like to get back into and try out again. I ran into Tim on a couple different occasions, and we just kind of started talking about it, and it seemed like a really good thing, and being so local that it's something that anybody should really explore if they have the opportunity to do that, I guess.
Wendling is a veteran of 2 tours in Iraq from the Toma VA.
We had a couple of volunteers that wanted to do scuba diving, and Divelife was interested and took us on, and basically we just came out here and we had a great time. It's very therapeutic, and it's very relaxing, and it's a new experience. It's amazing. Once you get down there, you start doing flips, you see the water above you, you just float and you sink to the bottom and float back up again. It's a great experience.
Emmons believes scuba diving can play a huge role in the rehabilitation efforts of folks who suffer not only from physical injury, but mental injuries as well.
There's different organizations doing studies and stuff right now, checking on it, because one, you have the range of motion that a person's able to do versus on the surface when it's maybe a passive range of motion, someone doing it for you. So we're looking at studies of doing that underwater. Plus you're in a hyperbaric environment, so the increased pressure helps with the circulation, and actually working with people with spinal cord injuries and stuff like that. So there's research with that going on.
If you'd like to be a part of Divelife, Emmons would like to hear from you.
We have about 8 or 10 people, but we're always looking for more volunteers. You don't have to be a diver to get involved. There's so much support, and whether it's fundraising and just being poolside to help get things, yeah, we're always looking for volunteers.